Next up on this Dream Chasers segment, we talk about Damian Lillard and being a fierce competitor and playing through failures.
New Chanel, mama and Gucci, got out the hoop, yeah. Been through hell, carry the life is a movie, yeah. We prevail, now we do the groupies, don't do the groupies, yeah. Got money for bail, don't act like you know me, knock off your coffee, yeah. Flooded the rollie with Ethan, Hellcat Katrina the Beamer, blowing the money like Freeman. I got a flex in the sleepers, they tryna do me like Caesar. You gotta watch for the creepers, I got that
Damian Lillard really aggressive early on, and Dame races to the cup and one. Dame able to force the foul, the bucket, big time. 1:33 left. I'm gonna take over. Dame working. Damian Lillard, give me 51. And the Trailblazers get a crucial win.
I've been trying to do everything I could to keep us in the playoff race. This one was different because our season was, on the line.
You made noise when you said, like, if you're going to come out here in the bubble, you wanted to play with a purpose. Take me through the mindset of what it was to get here and be playing at such a high level right now.
I said what I meant. I didn't want to have to come here and train and do all this stuff to come here to play 8 games and go home. And our team is fighting for it right now. My mentality was to come here and just show up, compete at the highest level and try to have the biggest impact that I can on winning.
Lillard, step back 3, ridiculous.
I cannot count the number of times we've seen Lillard take over a game.
And so far, we've put ourselves in position to control our own destiny. And I love our fight. I love that we're here to accomplish something and everybody's committed to that.
2 free throws for Damian Lillard with his team down by 1. Damian Lillard comes up short on the first attempt. Missed them both. The Clippers hand the Blazers a big bubble blow.
We had a tough loss against the Clippers the other night. We saw what Patrick Beverley, the antics they did towards the end of the game. Did things go too far in your mind from that game and what happened afterwards?
Going back to the beginning, I missed 2 free throws at the end of the game, which is not something that I typically would do. Some failure is going to happen. I'm not above failing or coming up short, and it happened in that moment. Teams going to be hype about it. Teams going to talk trash, but it turned into a taunt, to me, when they started tapping the wrist and waving way after the fact. And then I was asked about it. So when I was asked about it, I was like, shots being fired in my direction. I'm going to fire back facts. Asking me about Patrick Beverley, who I sent him home before at the end of a game.
It's Lillard. He got the shot off. Lillard, good! And the Blazers win the series.
Paul George just got sent home by me last year in the playoffs.
Lillard, long-range three.
And I saw that PG said, you could be going home this year, which is also true, but that's what we're here for, to see how that's going to play out.
Would you like to have a Clippers matchup in the playoffs?
I'm not seeking them out. We want to get the 8th spot, and whoever's in front of us right there, which is going to be the Lakers if we get the spot, that's who we going to go in there focused on, and we're going to just go from there. I want to play this person to that person. We don't have the luxury of doing that. We trying to earn a spot, and that's all I'm focused on.
This Portland Trailblazers team could be dangerous. You don't want to see this team come playoff time.
Before you got here, I was telling people, man, the Blazers, they get in, they're going to be a threat. Do you view this team right now as a championship team?
I think anything can happen right now, and I think we're capable of doing it. There's no home court, there's no fans. The environment is just different. It has a different dynamic to it. Because of all those things, I feel like, we really have a chance. We just got to get in, and then I think anything goes, anything can happen.
Man, what a great clip. So first of all, before I start this, I want to say shout out to Gina Johnson, who is Damian Lillard's mom. She has ties with my mother. From what I hear, I haven't met Damian Lillard formally, but just to hear some of the things that he's done and some of the and the type of person that he is, the humility this young man has as one of the top NBA basketball players out there. It's unbelievable. This clip, I mean, Damian Lillard talks about, first of all, being a fierce competitor. One thing that I like about him is that, and personally, I think that he's somewhat underrated. I feel like, you know, he doesn't get the respect, and I think kind of more or less it's because he's with the Blazers, and he's kind of putting them on his shoulders. It seems like every time a playoff series come around, he's showing his worth, period. He's worth every penny of his contract, and I don't even know what that is. So sticking with the Blazers, he's one of them guys that are not even, you know, they asked him, you know, would he lead the Blazers? And he said, why would he? I mean, you know, he has everything he needs there. He's not seeking out trades. He's not trying to recruit people to come to play with him. He just wants to be the best, and he wants his teammates to be the best. He talked about, too, you know, sending Paul George home, sending Patrick Beverly home. You know, I mean, you know, these guys, they took a moment to try to jump on Dame, and Dame just shot right back. And, I mean, he has footage of sending guys home. He sent Paul George and them home, you know, on a game winner, and they had to get on the plane and go on vacation. I mean, if you can't learn from that type of competitor, well, I don't know what to tell you. One thing I love about Dame is that when he comes, he goes after these guys. I mean, he comes out, he comes ready to play. And like I said, I mean, he's trying to win. I mean, he's trying to put it all on his own back. I mean, obviously he trusts his teammates. And like I said, I think he does it humbly. But when he goes out, it's game time. He's ready to play. He's after people. One thing he talked about was not being afraid to fail. I think that's one of the biggest things that that hinders a lot of younger athletes, maybe even some high school athletes. I mean, just not being afraid to fail. I mean, you know, there's going to be a lot of times you're going to miss that big shot, but some kids just won't take it. Like, you have to find a way to step in, and, you know, you got to have that type of confidence like he has. And then, you know, if you fail, you got to pick yourself up, and then you got to go and you got to work the next day just like any other day. You got to get right back to business, get back on the horse, and let's go. Again, man, I really like Dame Lillard. I really like his style. I really like his game. I mean, his attitude. I mean, he kind of reminds me of like the old school player, right? Like those old school guys that, you know, when they got with their team's gonna be good because of them, not because of everybody else, or not. They're not gonna run over here and jump on the team to try to go chase a championship. He's trying to get a championship on his own. So I mean, if you can't learn anything from Dame Lillard, you got to take that with you. Hey, I want to thank y'all for watching. Make sure you go to the YouTube page. As always, go like, subscribe, and share. Hit that little bell. Go like, subscribe, and share. Dream Chasers Basketball Indy. Also, you can go on Facebook, where we do a lot of our live broadcasts. We talk about, you know, anything from college to the NBA to, you know, the elementary, any amateur basketball. We discuss it, and we have coaches that have a lot of experience that are coming on there, trainers, athletes as well. So we do that every Sunday. So check us out when you can. Take care.